Hey, so I haven't vlogged in forever, so it's April, March, I don't know, I don't even know the dates. That should tell you plenty right there. Anyway, I'm gonna mow the yard because the yard needs to be the yard needs to be dune. If it were dune, it would be a lot easier to take care of, honestly, except for all of the giant sandworms. Anyway, it's spring, so the yard is in rebellion. I'm gonna go Darth Vader that crap. Here's the backyard. I mean, this just happened in like a week. All of these monsters started growing. The wind, we've had some storms. The wind annihilated our patio furniture, which can be easily fixed. Oh, and my cacti, we finally got over here, and they've both started budding new appendages, proving that they're alive, which is great. I'm so excited. I'm so weirdly attached to these cacti. I love them. They've become a metaphor for my own survival. And they were over at my friend's for a while after we first moved. Finally went back for them, and they looked dead. Like, they looked dead. No one believed these things were alive, but here they are, blooming. So that's a happy thing. I need to repot them. This is how my mother, before she passed away, decided to repot the mama cactus. Just take the one pot and put it in another pot. I need to fix that, but the roots have grown down into the big pot, so I can't easily lift the smaller pot out of the bigger pot. I'm gonna need to watch some YouTube videos on how to repot a cactus. And here's the front, not nearly as bad as the back. And there's our pear tree back there. I don't know if it has any pears growing. Our landlord loves these pears, man. He'll come over and just pluck them off and eat them. Matt and I have not been that brave or hungry. I don't see any blooming. Is it blooming? There's some flowers. I don't know how pears grow. There we have some growing things. Here's the side of the house. It's not so bad. The back looks the worst. These piles of dirt just kind of came with the house. Sometimes rabbits jump out of them. Here's the lawnmower, ready to go. Get all the dust and cobwebs off of it. I've got 2 batteries in there. There's a lot of yard. The one on the left there is a spare, ready to be swapped out. The one on the right is plugged in. You know, this being the right I'm speaking of. I've got a 3rd battery inside on the charger, because there is a lot of yard. So anyway, let's hit it. Well, I got all the mowing done. Here's the backyard. Much cleaner. It still needs to be edged. Matt's gonna do the edging. And I put this back together, but the wind's already blowing it apart. And so that's that, and now I'm going to catch you up because it's been a really long time since I vlogged. Okay, so update. I've been terrible about vlogging these first 3 months of the year. There's been so much vlog-worthy stuff happening, and I've just had a hard time finding room for everything, I guess. I guess I've been having a hard time finding room for myself, which is weird. But like all the things I like to do just for me, it's nobody's fault. I'm just having a hard time with juggling everything, like living with two other people, honestly, who I love, don't get me wrong. It's just different than what my life has usually been as an adult, and it's more just I don't know how to plan my time, and I really don't know when to make videos. I'm home alone right now, which is an incredibly rare occurrence, but I just don't know when to make videos, when I can sit down and just completely unplug and write, because I never know what's going on, like from 1 hour to the next. So it used to be really easy to do things that required solitude. And this isn't me complaining, this is me saying I need to really figure out how to do all of the things that I need and want to do for myself without feeling like I'm in people's way or feeling awkward because I'm just sitting in my room talking to a camera and everyone can hear me. It just makes me feel extra weird. So I haven't vlogged. And again, and nobody is making me feel like I'm in their way. I just feel that way. You know, I feel like I don't want to be vlogging all over people, I guess. And the other thing is, even before all that, like before Chase moved in, which I'll get to in this update, I used to, I already felt awkward that when I was doing videos just when Matt was home, but I still did it. I guess just with Chase moving in, it's such a different dynamic that I just really don't know how to navigate it yet. But I'm trying. I'm vlogging right now. Like, I picked up my camera to start vlogging today thinking I don't think I know how to do this anymore, and I just started doing it. Felt like I hadn't done it since, yesterday instead of January. But yeah, so I mean, what I've got to do is just get more disciplined, I guess, and just get over my feeling of awkwardness or feeling like I'm in people's way and just do it. Like, Matt's used to it. Chase just, I need to get Chase used to it. And I'll introduce y'all to Chase hopefully in the next video. We'll see. We'll see how I do it, keeping up on my video schedule and all that. But, right, so updates real quick. Things I should have vlogged. I officiated the wedding of Matt's little sister, and that was really cool. I mean, it was a lot of fun. But that was a big deal. And I think that was back in January. So I should have vlogged that. Chase moved in also in January. I should have vlogged that. I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of things where I just go through these events and think I should have vlogged that. And now I can't even think of what they were, but I know there's been more. And I'll update y'all as necessary, I guess, on all the stuff that I missed moving forward. Like right now what I'm really trying to do is, that's the other thing that's made my video uploading schedule kind of fall way behind, is that I'm really trying to prioritize my writing this year, which I talked about in the last vlog. But I can do everything. I can do everything. So I'm getting together with Molly on April 2nd, and we're going to go over projects for this year. So I am making strides in getting my writing up and running again, getting my publishing up and running again, because like I've told you numerous times, I have several unpublished manuscripts that are ready to be published that just haven't been over the past several years that I'm going to be getting out. But I'm also writing new things. I'm doing a lot of research right now. But as for Molly coming by, I know the projects that I want us to do the most. Definitely more covers for the Legends of Nod series. But there's some other stuff. Like she's been working on some concept art for me for this crazy sci-fi thing I want to do. And so I'd like us to finish that up and move on to some other things. Do some Nod cover art. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to jinx it. Just some of the things I want us to do collaboratively. So I'll wait till after that meeting, or maybe I'll vlog that meeting, because I need to get comfortable vlogging what's going on socially in my life, if people are comfortable with that. Because my whole thing is, like, things like Matt's sister's wedding. I didn't want to feel like I was exploiting that event by having someone film me, or by like making it about me. Like, I mean, so I guess sometimes I think I'm just not narcissistic enough to be making videos on YouTube. I mean, I'm definitely into myself, but I guess there's a difference in that and just being oblivious to other people, like being a genuine narcissist, like being oblivious to how you make people feel and such, or not being concerned with their feelings. And I'm kind of overly concerned. Like, I don't want to come off as a narcissist, but, and you know, things like Chase moving in, I was more invested in the moment. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna try to just tell people, brace for it, and if you have a problem with me vlogging what we're doing, just let me know. Because I don't have a problem not vlogging. I'm not a complete narcissist. But I do need to work on getting more comfortable with recording the things I do with people, because that's what's interesting, you know. That's when I get interested in someone's vlog on YouTube, it's usually because there's an interesting cast of characters. You know, there are people and relationships that are interesting to me. You know, it's not just people sitting on their bed and talking all the time. And it's not just people, now I'm going to go to Target, and now I'm going to go to the gas station. That kind of boring thing. It's, you know, like it's a story being told. A story with characters that you can get invested in, I guess. And so I want to make a vlog that I find interesting, which I mostly do. No, I mean, I pretty much totally do. I haven't made a vlog that was boring. I wouldn't have posted it. Or that was boring to me. I mean, I'm sure it's boring to someone. But, yeah, I just feel like I'm rambling at this point because I haven't vlogged in so long, and I feel like I'm talking to my shrink for the first time in months. But, I mean, that's another thing, like, update-wise. Like, I'm having a very hard time staying sane. And I don't know how to explain that. Oh, I got COVID. Matt and I both got COVID. That was one of the big things that happened in January. And I'm just now feeling like I'm mostly recovered. Oh my gosh, it was bad. We talked about it in an Autodidactica episode. That's the podcast we do together. But yeah, it was crazy. I got COVID. I gave it to Matt as a gift. Um, and then we had COVID, and it was rough. It was so bad. Like I was at work for 11 minutes on that Friday. I think it was a Friday. And then I went straight to the doctor, did the tests. They tested me for that, they tested me for the flu. Turns out I had the COVID, so I went home, went to bed, texted Matt from behind a closed door and said, "Hey, I have the COVID," and he texted back, "Swear." And then the next day I think he had COVID, or 2 days later. I think he was 2 days behind me in everything, and I think it was late the next night or early the next morning that he tested positive. And so, we had Chase trying to move in, but we had COVID. So yeah, and I had this, like I was completely better for a little while, like a week, and then I got this horrible, like the COVID cough came back without the COVID. And it's like, I wondered if I had pneumonia or something, but I seem to be over it. This week, as of this week, I seem to be over it. Or last week, it's after midnight now. So, so there you go. But yeah, anyway, that is my update. And I'll be introducing you to Chase as soon as possible. He's a character. He's a character to the point I'm kind of afraid to put him on my YouTube channel. So anyway, next vlog will be much more interesting than this one, probably, hopefully, I think. This was just me getting back into vlogging vlog. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow my story, and I don't know where I'm going to wind up, and it's suspenseful for all of us. I don't know if I'll stay sane this year. I don't know where my efforts with my writing and publishing are going to take me this year. There's a lot I'm shooting for. So if you want to follow my story, if you want to follow my journey, subscribe to this channel. And if you are interested in my writing, the books I've got out, go to glennsladeClarkJr.com, which is where you can find all of my links to all of my books, all of my short fiction, all of these videos, the podcast I do with Matt, Autodidactica. It's all there. It's all there at Narcissist Central, glennsladeClarkJr.com. It would be funny if someone had a website just because they were a narcissist. Like, they didn't do anything. They just posted everything about themselves on this website. Which I do, but I mean, I publish stuff. I'm a writer, so that's why I have a website. But I don't know, like, I kind of wish everyone had a website like that. I guess that's what Facebook is. But I don't know. Facebook, it's not as... You can't be as creative with it. I mean, to me, my website is an artistic expression. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I've already said goodbye like twice. But I haven't been up for talking much. I mean, I had that COVID cough, so this is fun. It's nice. It's nice talking to you again. Thanks for still being there. And I guess I'm gonna go. So I will see you next time.